Hey guys, I'm on the road and improvising big time with these updates, but today I want to talk to you about the slowdown in China and the slump in jewelry sales that continues to weigh on the global diamond market. And the downtrend was evident in the quarter that ended September 30th, 2024, as we got some important indicators in the last few weeks from two of the biggest retail jewelers in the region, Chow Fook and Fook Holdings, as well as an interesting little anecdote about Chinese shoppers from LVMH. So rub your eyes, stretch, do what you need to do to brace yourselves for a little bit of number crunching. Okay, I'm not going to run down all the numbers. Just know that both Chow Fook and Fook reported steep double-digit declines for the quarter. We're talking 20% to 30% down from last year. A few observations about what we saw though. In a broader sense, the slowdown in Chinese jewelry retail is very much a gold story right now. These companies rode the wave of positive gold sales when gold prices were on the rise last year, setting a high comparative bar. Now that gold is at historic highs, consumers have refrained from buying the metal, and that's affecting sales. The second thing is that the declines in mainland China were softer than in Hong Kong and Macau. I think that's more because Hong Kong and Macau had steeper increases during the gold rally. It's not necessarily to say that mainland is performing better than Hong Kong. I think the opposite is still true. Both Chow Fook and Fook are more heavily invested in mainland China. That's where the bulk of their stores are located. That's where the massive retail expansion took place just over a decade ago. So they're feeling the pinch in the mainland, there's no doubt about it. Now, before we get to our final point, let's see what the companies had to say about the market in their commentary. Chow Fook's management pointed to external macroeconomic factors, particularly record gold prices, which continue to weigh on consumer sentiment, and Fook gave a similar generic overview. But listen to this telling quote from Fook's management after its diamond sales fell 45% during the quarter year on year. The company stressed that since demand for diamond products remains subdued, the group will continue to actively promote non-diamond fixed price jewelry products. And that brings us to the final point I want to make, and that's on the issue of gem set jewelry, as Chow Fook refers to the category, and that includes diamond jewelry among other products such as colored gemstones, and Fook's reporting on diamonds as a separate category. The trend is very concerning, and Fook's disclosure that it is shying away from diamonds should ring alarm bells for the diamond trade. There is a general sense that the diamond content used in jewelry is being reduced across the board in the region, if not the world, frankly. For its part, Chow Fook is collaborating with De Beers to market natural diamonds in the region, similar to the manner in which De Beers is working with Signet jewelers in the United States. It feels, though, that there is added significance weighing on that potential campaign in China, considering the declines we've just highlighted. I did take some solace from LVMH's quarterly update, where it reported its jewelry and watch division, which includes its flagship brands Tiffany & Co. and Bulgari, saw sales slide 4% to 2.4 billion euros. That's a global number. The luxury group did not give regional commentary for its jewelry division, but it did so in a somewhat brief way for the group as a whole, which includes fashion and leather, wines and spirits, perfumes and select retailing. Jewelry and watches account for about 12% of LVMH's total revenue. Europe and the United States saw slight growth for LVMH, while the company continued to achieve double-digit revenue growth in Japan. The company did not mention China itself, although it does seem that it was a sluggish area for the company. But listen to this. The rest of Asia reflected the strong growth in spending by Chinese customers in Europe and Japan, according to LVMH. That's a bit of a new statement for us, albeit a bit of a cryptic one. LVMH singled out Chinese shoppers elsewhere. We haven't heard about the impact of Chinese tourist spending for some time, so it's noteworthy that LVMH mentioned that once influential segment as a driver of sales during the quarter, wherever it was. Our assumption has been that Chinese consumption has been quite localized since the pandemic, so we'll take that LVMH observation as a positive note. But it does feel like the Chinese market for diamond jewelry has a long way to go, and that we need to temper our expectations for the upcoming holiday shopping season for the Chinese New Year, which falls on January 29th. What are you seeing in China? What are your expectations for the holiday season there? As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts thoughts. For now, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. You know the drill. I'm Avi Kravitz. I talk about the business of bling, explaining the diamond market to you. So follow my channels if that interests you. That's your Diamond Minute for today. I'll see you next time.